I will be right back. Rubs my hands together like a fly? Like a fly? I need to change the crane game to be like, characters from, the SMPs. That'd be cool. I might do that later. Or might... Do any of you want to be commissioned for it? Like, when I do, like, crane game... Let me pick one of these up. All you have to do is just, like, that style. Like, very plain, but, like, different characters. You gotta finish the first one? Oh yeah, what did I even commission you for? I don't remember, genuinely! I love commissioning artists! Woo! Is this from the Wii Tennis? Oh, what do you guys... Oh, what did you... What? Dude, so much up and down from the Nintendo stuff. Like, yes, Tomodachi Life! I can live, and then... No, the Switch 2 is so expensive. And then, yay, Silk Song or whatever that game. And then, no, you can't pre-order the Switch in the US because of the tariffs. Wow, my life is over. The Switch is gonna be like $600. It's so over. Oh, man. Life is pain. Sighs dramatically indeed. Dude, like, I try not to get, like, political on the SMP or streams or anything, because this is a place where we can escape from all that. But sometimes, it's... Welcome back, Kath. We have some cool stuff. Not much on the What If stream today. Ow! Rude. Gas is so expensive. Yeah, well, dude, I wish the gas out here was as cheap as the, like, out on the east. Dude, $6 average where I am per gallon. And that's, like, better. During the pandemic, it went up to $9 a gallon. We just didn't drive because, like, what are you gonna do? $9 a gallon? How do you live? Oh my god. But yeah, stop telling me to get repo. I don't want to get repo. It doesn't look fun. Also, this is supposed to be like... I feel like this is like weird. Like, something's off here. There we go. It's like, you know how it's like weirdly cut off? Or like not cut off, but like, I don't know. There, that's a little better, I think. There's also like a black line. Hold on, I gotta fix this. It's like E, no. How do I center it again? I don't remember. Transform, center, Control D, that's what it is. I guess I kind of fixed it. Bye, Keith! It's fun, you get to know the people who you don't know coming to the beach. Freya, Kath finds it fun. I don't care. I don't care. Okay. Let's get on with this. So we already saw the amazing video, which if you haven't watched it already, watch this. The video made by Comet and Fluffy and a bunch of others. Super cool. I just realized that this music is really loud. I'm so sorry. Turn it down, Jesus. I have my volume down, and so to me it was like perfect volume, but to everyone else it's like, there we go. Much better. Part 2 is being written? Awesome. I also want, I want to, like, I'll pay you if you make a screenplay, like, version of the, like a script of the, murder mystery. I'll pay you. And I'll also act in it. I'll force Virgil to act in it too. I don't think he'll want to. I'll make him do it. Tell him I'll cancel my ticket out to see him. Let's go. Okay. From Blight. Well, it could be worse, I muttered against the gunfire of snow that was hitting me. I felt like someone would have had something about... I felt like someone would have had said something about that, but I brushed the feeling off. I should have definitely brought more coats, layers upon layers. I let that thought continue on. Seems you're not as prepared as you used to be. I turned to the voice, but that one that doesn't belong to anyone on this ship, but remains familiar. There was nobody I could see, nor footprints in the snow. I did see, however, an outline of a humanoid shape that the snow bounced off of. Before I could answer, I felt a pinch in my neck. The last thing I saw was me falling into the snow pile that awaited me with open arms. When I woke... Blight is always going through it. Blight is always going through it. When I woke, I was in a daze. When my head finally gained stability, I realized where I was. How to get back in my own bed. It was all a dream. That's what the end of... You ruined the end of the What If server. Man, we're gonna get past the last mission, and then we just say, and then you woke up. Boom! And like, title card of What If. That was gonna be the end. Well, it's spoiled now. Okay. Personal Journal 10 from Perth. I know it's gonna be good when I see all the gay flags. Jelly killed herself. No, not the spider. How the fuck did it see 2 crushing whales and think, I should jump in? I get that she's a jumping spider, but this is too much. I would hate to have Arena nagging me and crying to me about her pet dying, so I replaced her. It's a different color and dances. I think it might be a male. Whatever, she won't think too hard about it. Lowborns hardly think at all, even if she is pretty and smart. Oh my god. Oh. F in the chat for Jelly. F in the chat for Jelly. That's so rough. Okay, I'm gonna get to... I know that this is gonna be a lot, so... I will read this first in response to the Perth thing, and then we'll get to Kath's stuff. Entry 3. Perth is so nice. She watched Jelly and made her so happy that she dances now. She must have been dancing while she was working to teach her that. That is so cute. She also painted Jelly, I think. She has so many pretty colors on her. I didn't know Perth could paint. There's so much I want to learn about her. Oh, this is so... Oh, rip to the spider. It's like when your goldfish dies and your parents replace it because they don't want to teach you about death yet. F in the chat for Dear Jelly. Alright. I'm gonna put on more dramatic music for this. And I gotta put on the... Hello? Why can't I use the... Stream Deck. Hold on. I gotta fix this. Hello? Why... Hello? Why is this not working? Okay, well, I'm gonna turn on the filter manually. I'll fix that afterwards. Oh, wrong filter. Okay. You can see okay? I gotta turn on some more dramatic music. Let's do... Chill mix. Oh no, wait, we need the, like, detective music. Yeah! Yeah, here we go. Fun stream idea. You should play. No! Stop! Strawberry, are you bringing in people to tell me to buy Repo? If someone buys it for me, sure, I'll play. I'm not spending money on that stupid emoji game. The freaking laughing, crying emoji on the front? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not paying money for that. Okay, here we go. From what we remember last time, I actually don't remember what happened last time. Didn't see. I don't know. Kath sends me parts. Kath, what was the last thing that happened? I don't have the link anymore. If I buy it right now, would I play tonight? Maybe. Ask Virgil. I don't know if we have plans or not. We do not have plans. Do you want to play Repo? If someone gets it for me, maybe I'll get it for Virgil. I don't know. If we can play under 2 hours, I'll refund it too. You're playing with your tanks group. Oh, I'm never gonna see you again. The last thing that happened was Marcelo heading towards the engineering bay after catching Damien and Exodus in the cargo bay. Okay. Thank you. Alright, we continue. 2300 hours. March 6th, 2492. Don't buy it with your gift card. Look, I'll get it after this. How much is it? $10. Okay. If I will cut it off at 1 hour and 50 minutes so I can refund it if it's not fun. Page 18 is the beginning. Oh! Oh, this is the whole thing. Okay, so I can, yeah. Okay, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, he's heading to engineering. Here we go. Didn't realize that. Chapter 4. The door to engineering opens with a hiss. The room beyond is bathed in red light. The smell of smoke from Keener's cigarettes hitting my nose. A telltale sign that the chief engineer was nearby. Stepping through the doorway, I don't have a moment to take in the surroundings before being pinned against the wall, feeling the cold barrel of a pistol being held under my chin. Fucking hell, Keener mutters, letting me drop from her grip and onto the floor, gasping for air. What was that for, Keener? I sputter, steadying myself against the wall, spotting the engineer standing before me and shooting a pointed glare. Apologies, Captain. Her voice conveys no emotion as she keeps the pistol drawn. I'll explain in a moment. Just follow me and stay quiet. She turns on her heel and without another word, and walks deeper into the engineering bay, the only noise coming from the click of my boots against the steel floor. Finally finding myself in front of a console, the same one she had sent an image of. Red error codes still sprawling across the screen, and a singular light blue line. Can you explain what I'm looking at? My voice cutting through the silence, settling into a low growl. And why did it require me being pinned to the wall? Is that disgust or discovery? I hear, she quips, glancing up from the console with a wry smile. To each their own. Cut to the chase, Keener. Short form, a shit ton of system errors that weren't there 12 hours ago, she explains as if nothing happened. Scrolling through the sea of red error codes before reaching the light blue line, and someone attempting to access camera logs with a mismatched access code. Do we know whose code it is? My response comes shakier than I expected it to, desperate for any piece of vital information. Del Rio's, Keener responds, expanding the access attempt log, revealing a whole new slew of information that I can't make any sense of. Unknown device, likely a personal datapad or maybe one that's jailbroken. She takes a long sip of an energy drink before continuing. Same device bounced about 150 attempts off the login system using various access codes, all within 5 seconds. She pauses, turning to me and staring dead into my eyes before continuing. The kicker? All the attempts were trying to get into the same spot, the camera recordings. Camera archives, an unknown datapad trying to access camera archives several hundred times in one day, all whilst using seemingly stolen access codes. The pile continues to grow into a disproportionate scale. This all falls under Del Rio's duties. Why is it being delegated to Keener? You still haven't explained why I was pinned to the wall, I stayed, returning the conversation to the initial interaction. She changed the console over to a door log before turning to face me. Another attempt was made, she pauses, tapping her leg absent-mindedly. They used your override code. The system bounced it because you were already logged in on the bridge. The words slam into my chest. Another attempt, and whoever it is has a second access code. Mine. How they got it is unknown, but it makes the entire situation dangerous. The only way they can get in now is through this console directly, and that would mean coming in here. Her voice becomes deadly serious. My apologies, but I'm not taking any chances. Nodding solemnly, I understand her logic, and it stands on solid ground, even if it did leave me with a slight bruise. Damn, she hit him hard! Another light blue line appears on the console as the newest entry, waiting for a manual override this time. Del Rio's access code again, but not his PDA. Keener snaps, turning back to the console. Keener, a thought crossing my mind as I watched her move to the block to access manually. Is this the only location this data is stored? No, there's a backup server that scrapes all new data every 10 minutes, she replies, tilting her head slightly. Why do you ask? Couldn't we just let them into the main system and observe? My question is simple, but her eyes light up. I didn't think of that, she mutters, rapidly tapping away at the console, locking down certain components and pausing the automatic server scrape before allowing the access request through. We watch in interest as the account accesses camera logs from March 6th, and then into the subfolder containing camera footage from the security room, opening the file and remaining there for some time before the file closed. Not deleted, just closed. That's not what I expected to happen. Keener's voice is soft, as if questioning herself. I'm reading too fast. As if questioning herself as to what she just saw. She opens the change log, and a green line is visible in the change log, not different to that of when the file was added to the archive. Sneaky son of a bitch edited the file, she mutters, quickly logging into the backup data dump. Knew someone was watching, and instead of deleting it outright, just edited it. Keener proceeds to access the unedited file, sending it to the secondary display on the console for viewing. Someone wanted something removed here, and I want to know what it was. The video starts, showing the inside of the security offices. The security team is around a table, along with Sprite Olm. Cards are scattered around the table. The time mark shows 22:50. I don't know about you all, but I think I'm unbeatable this time, Dahlman states coolly, splaying his hand out on the table, a flush of diamonds, a king, a jack, 10, 9, and 5. I'm starting to think that this deck just hates me, Otani whines, tossing his hand onto the table, revealing what appears to be 2 aces, a 10, a 6, and a 7. Luck of the draw, Otani, Del Rio quips, tossing his cards on the table as well. I didn't do any better. A straight, strong but nothing against a flush. The attention turns to Olm, and silence hangs in the air as they wait for her to reveal her cards, as a wide grin spread across Olm's face. Olm wins! Sprite Olm yells triumphantly, tossing 4 aces onto the table. A cacophony of groans follows. How the fuck does the fun guy keep winning? Otani shouts, slamming his fists on the table, sending cards off the side. Wait, Otani, didn't you have 2 aces? Dahlman whirls around to look at his fellow security officer. I fucking thought I did! Otani scrambles to pick up his cards. Apparently not. 2 fucking jacks, he growls. I can smell something fishy. Del Rio stands from the table, pulling his pistol from its holster. It can't be Sprite Olm, she's a plant! Olm responds innocently, oblivious to the threat. That doesn't mean shit, Olm, Dahlman growls, standing up from his chair, the legs scraping across the floor. Del Rio sighs, holstering his pistol and returning to his seat, pushing the pile of winnings towards Sprite Olm, much to her pleasure, as she picks out a silver coin and chews on it happily. Look at her. She's too stupid to cheat. Plus, it's already established that you're blinder than a bat, Otani. Del Rio lets out a defeated groan, rubbing his eyes slightly. The PA comes on at that moment, my voice ringing across the ship in the recording. All medical staff report to the upper level quarters ASAP. All other crew members, please report to the mess hall and remain there until further notice. The 3 security officers go rushing out of the room, leaving Sprite Olm behind. That does explain where the security team was, but it still leaves the question of what was changed, I ponder out loud. Keener shrugs as the footage continues to run. Olm proceeds to shove every piece of her winnings into a small bag, restacking the cards before turning to leave. I don't see what they were after here. A small glimmer in the footage catches my eye. Keener, rewind the footage, 5 seconds. She arches a brow at me before zipping 5 seconds backwards on the recording. There! I spot it immediately. The footage stops at Olm stacking the cards. Watch. I swear I saw something. She resumes the footage, this time at half speed, and there it is, plain as day. Olm switches the deck. Almost impossible to see while watching at 1x speed, but there it is. It's a trick deck, I muttered almost to myself. Can you rewind the tape back to when Otani put his cards on the table? Her eyes light up, understanding what I'm getting at and pulling the tape back to that point. We watch, and as soon as the cards hit the table, the two aces in Otani's hand become two jacks, the shimmer of the card face giving away the change in the footage. So we know Olm cheats at cards. Surprising, but not exactly unreasonable, Keener comments, to which she receives a tremendous amount of side-eye. Hey, all I'm saying is that those three have a horrendous gambling problem, she huffs defensively. Rolling my eyes and returning my gaze to the monitor, letting my mind wander to the possibilities before one pushes its way to the surface. Keener, when does this footage run from? The question is simple, but if my hunch is right, then there might be evidence to find. From 23:30 to midnight, she responds, pulling the footage to the beginning. We should be hearing their comms go off then. The gears turning as my mind tried to comprehend the insanity that has apparently taken my ship hostage. I called out to them twice during that time period. Why don't we hear that? Given the size of that prize pool, they've been playing for some time, probably around about 2 or so hours, Keener chimes in, pulling up the edited footage of off the main storage array. So we may as well watch this to see what they were so desperate to hide, her voice growing into a soft purr of intrigue. We watch with great interest as the situation unfolds for a second time. As I suspect, the cards change in real time and the deck switch itself are masterfully masked in the edited footage, showing two jacks in Otani's hand from the get-go. That still doesn't explain why their comms couldn't be reached, my voice drenched in exasperation. No, but we do have footage from the hours prior, untouched and unedited. Keener replies, calm and collected, a reminder of what I'm supposed to be. She pulls up the file, skimming the footage quicker than I can follow, searching for something. I can't concentrate on the footage, the events of the day weighing heavily on my mind. A murder, edited footage, possible implications of other crew members, all in the span of 6 hours. Toss in the rest of the work that still needs to be done, it feels like everything is crashing down around me. There you are, Keener purrs softly, snapping me from my thoughts and back onto the monitor, where she had stopped mid-frame. Sprite Olm visible with a small black box in her hand, which she sticks to the underside of the table. And there's why the security team couldn't hear your calls, she proclaims before muttering, aside from not doing shit anyways. I'll ignore that comment if you explain what I'm looking at, Keener, I reply, giving her another obvious helping of side-eye for the comment. I would wager that's a jammer, probably short range, enough to hit that room and that room alone, she replies, a sly smile across her face. Why would Sprite Olm need a jammer? What are the chances it's still there? A flicker of hope entering my voice. I wait with bated breath as she scans through footage up until present time. Time seems to move slower as I watch the engineer work. Almost 100%. I don't see anyone coming to get it, and Olm didn't grab it on her way out. She replies confidently, closing out of the video feed and locking down the console. If we move quickly, we can get there before anyone else has the chance to. And if they know we were watching the footage, I start, glancing at the terminal as she shuts everything down. Whoever it is might be on their way to get it now, she completes the sentence for me, turning on her heel and moving towards the door in short order. So either we get there and have a lead, or they do and it's back into the can. I'm quick on her heels, following out the engineering bay doors and towards the security office, making sure that the safety on my pistol is off. At this point, any lead is a good one, and this could break the geode of insanity wide open. I love a good Keener scene. One of my favorite characters, so sassy and so smart. All right, I think that's it. Today is the short one. Oh, I have to manually turn on the filter again. Or turn off the filter, rather. I need to fix that right after this. Well, I will go download repo if you want to play it right now. I don't know how large the game is either. We'll have to see. So yeah, Strawberry and Kath and whoever. See you in a bit. Y'all are funny.